on the facts. When I see certain shit, it frustrates the fuck out of me. And what frustrates me more, I'm not frustrated at their response. I'm frustrated at our response. Again, I'm not stereotyping all Spanish niggas. Cause like I said, my brother Gato is my brother. That's my brother. I love him. And he's Spanish. But let me tell you something. I stand with my people. When my people are being oppressed, then I must say something. It's something inherent in me that forces me to say something. I can't keep quiet, even if I want to. And I'm in a position in life, let me tell you something. I'm in a position in life where I could probably turn a blind eye to certain shit and just mind my business and continue getting my money and being all right and kumbayaing. But let me tell you something. That's not me. I can't do that. That's not me. I cannot do that. I have to speak on it. And the issue at hand is this. Black people are in a war. Black people are in a war against everybody. Against everybody. Never forget that, man. Because let me tell you something. You see people, a salute to all of the people protesting all around the world and having their say and doing this and doing that. Let me tell you something. If y'all think that they're helping because it's the right thing to do, no. It's because silence right now is complicit in the act. The world is watching. That's what's happening. You think they didn't know that we being mishandled? You think they didn't know that we being mistreated, we're being abused, we're being killed? We're being the war machine, America's #1 weapon, which is the propaganda machine, is being used against us at all times? You think they didn't know that? You think all of a sudden they just figured this out and now the world wants to stand up for black people? No, it's because social media, we have found the outlet. And now, again, this is their platform. When I say them, I'm talking about the establishment. They can shut down us spreading the message at any given time. But while we have it, utilize it. While we have the platform to bring truth to the light, utilize it. And this ain't about who's the tougher, who has more numbers. This ain't about that. This ain't about no who's tough. I feel it. Like when I see these things, again, let me take a break. When I see these things, right, I get so emotionally charged at seeing this shit. It almost brings tears to my eyes. But not out of pain, not out of sorrow for our situation. It brings tears to my eyes that we are still being treated in this crazy way. We are still being handled in this crazy way. And no, I don't expect them, the oppressors, to handle us any different than they've been handling us. But I expect us to handle us different than we've been handling us. I remember there's a time I walk by black men in the street and it's a staring contest and it's a matter of, yo, you better look away from me before I look away from you. And that's what it is. Like I'm just staring you in the face for no reason. We just being lions. Let's take that same energy and direct that into love for each other. Because if we don't love each other, if we don't form this common bond and realize that we are all brothers, we are fucked. Then we are truly fucked. I can promise you that. I watched that Dyckman video. I seen people, I watched that Dyckman video, man, and my instinct, like, because sometimes I get ahead of myself with the emotions, right? But I'm trying to use my intelligence over my emotions, right? And I'm trying to see where they coming from. But I understand what it really is. So then I can't act like I don't know what it is. I know exactly what it is. Niggas is using that whole we gonna protect our neighborhood as a way to continue their further racist shit. We're gonna protect our neighborhood. And let me tell you something. I wake up, I see these things, man. It gives me a tightness in my chest, man. It makes I get tight in my chest. Not like I can't breathe. Like I feel that tension growing. That tightness in my chest that I get right before I lash out and do some wild shit. And I'm trying to hold this shit back. I'm trying not to rile people up, but every day is becoming harder. Every day is becoming an uphill fight for me just to stay calm. But then I think to myself, and I ask God, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? I ask myself that, like, literally, like, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to not to turn the light on my peoples? Am I not supposed to tap the beds and say, hey, the enemy is at our gates, man, wake up? Am I not supposed to? Am I not supposed to say, yo, we are being discriminated against, not only by white people? Am I not supposed to say that? I'm supposed to say something. I'm supposed to, and then the light, and then it hits me. Shooter, you have a voice. You have a platform. You have people that will follow behind you, but lead them correctly. Lead them correctly. And that's what I intend to do. That's what I intend to do. Yeah, look, man. Look, man. It's all going to start with love of ourselves, man. I put a challenge to every black man on here, every black woman on here. And if you of a outside ethnicity, outside of being black, I challenge you too. To walk up to a strange black man, walk up to someone you don't know on the pass by, and just say, hey, brother, what's going on, man? I just want you to know I love you, man. I love you. Are you okay? Walk up to somebody black and ask them, are you doing all right, man? How you doing in this time, man? Someone that you don't know. Ask someone that you don't know, how are they doing? Yo, man, how you doing? How you holding up in this, man? It's tough times we going through. Form that brotherhood, because that's where it's going to start with. That brotherhood. Post those images up. Stop posting images of black people looking foolish, man. Stop doing that. Show people what they supposed to do. Show people what they supposed to do, man. Show them. Show them. Don't just tell them. Show them. I'm going to show them. I'm going to do it today myself, and I'm going to post it to my page, man. Just start asking each other, are you okay? We have to form up a common bond of loving each other, of a brotherhood of some sort, whatever it is. We think that we don't have things in common, but we have everything in common. The things that we think set us apart from each other are the things that draw us apart together. You understand? Stop posting these images. Stop perpetuating the stereotype, man. Stop doing that. Get out and love each other, man. And let's start with that. Are you okay, brother? Yo, are you okay? There's a lot going on in the world. You all right? Forgive me, y'all. I get way emotional about this type of shit. Way emotional. And this ain't nothing new with me. I did the same thing in jail. I did the same exact thing in the can. I went up against many by myself. Many times. For the cause. For my peoples. Niggas that I knew wouldn't stand up for themselves, so I stood for them. Tell me nothing about no black people, man. tell me nothing about no black people, man. Because even when I hate y'all, even when I hate myself, I still love y'all. I love black people. I love it. I love it. And I know other races love us too. And they just can't find a way to figure it out. You know they love us. Look how they emulate everything we do. Everything we do, man. Everything we do, come on, man. Everything we do is copied by another ethnicity. Everything we do. That's love. Emulation is a sign of love, man. They love us. So again, this thing is going to start with us loving each other, man. Ask a stranger today, someone you don't know, someone black in your community, ask them. Just go out and ask them, yo, bro, you all right, man? Because I'm not all right, man. I'm not all right. I'm going to keep it honest. I'm not all right. This shit is killing me every day because every day, I want to do something so crazy that it just turns the lights on for people like, yo, that nigga, he ain't no nigga who was in the street fucked up. He threw it all away for what he believed in. So it's going to start with that love, yo. It's going to start with love, man. Love each other. Get out and start speaking to your brothers and sisters, man. Because how you expect to fight over somebody you don't love? You don't have no common bond with. How can you possibly love someone that you don't speak to? That you don't ask, yo, homie, you all right, man? See, because I come from a different era. And when I say I come from a different era, I'm talking about, we're going to get into gang shit real quick. When I was a young hot-headed gang member, right? All I wanted to do was be violent. It was just like, yo, I want to get to the top of the position. Yo, that's what it's going to take for me to be that OG slot. I need to be this. I need to do that. When I was young and hot-headed, I didn't know no better. That's all I wanted to do. Right? But at the same time, when I was doing all that, there wasn't many numbers. We didn't have numbers on our side. So you was banging out of the love of, I just love to be aggressive. That was my thing. And everybody who know me know I'm not lying. I'm not making up no stories. The stories was coming back from jail. Yo, your man is in there bugging. Yo, your man got me on smash. Yo, anywhere I went, I was a force. Anywhere I went, I was a force. I wasn't 12 cell. I wasn't 13 cell. Niggas knew me. Niggas know me now. I don't care. I say all that to say this. Now I'm at a point in my life, I don't give a fuck. As back then, I didn't care. If we didn't have numbers on our side, I didn't care. But if I ever met another blood, I walk into a house somewhere and I meet another blood member, I never asked them, yo, what set are you pushing? All I knew was you was blood, and we was in an enemy house, and yo, homie, look, before these niggas try to transgress on us, I'm busting a move. I'm about to do X, Y, and Z. Come on, let's go. Let's shake out. You so happy that you just got somebody to have a common bond with, someone to fight with. And all it takes is me to have a simple conversation with that man. Man might have been in that house with the enemies for weeks, getting violated, disrespected, talked to any kind of way. I show up, I change the narrative. And I'm thinking to myself now, why stop now? I was able to do that as a kid. I'm a grown-ass man. Why stop now? Why stop inspiring my people to stand up? You see, it's the same thing. Only thing that changes is that I'm free now. That's the only thing. It's the only thing different. I'm not doing nothing different right now than I was doing 20 years ago in jail, man. So it's my duty, it's my obligation as a black man, as a gang member in New York City, to tell my people, yo, wake up, man. The enemy is outside. We got to start. Listen, I'm about to bust a move. Are you with me? Because if not, after I bust my move, they're going to kick your ass in here, man. Because they're going to want you for what I did. So you better just roll with me now. And that's what the state of mindset with black people got to be on now. Form that brotherhood. So when I say go outside and ask a nigga, are you okay? Yo, brother, are you okay, man? You all right? That forms the bond of care, because I'm only asking you, are you all right? Because I care. And caring is a common bond. That's something that can form y'all together. It's a cohesive thing, man. I want you to care about each other, because we can't fight for each other if we don't care about each other. And you see what's going on up in Dyckman? It's because they sat down and had a motherfucking meeting amongst themselves. And they said, yo, listen, man. Listen. These niggers, these Morenos think they coming up here to loot and pollute the hood. That's not going forward. Salutations to them. Again, I'm not mad at them. I'm not mad at them, because you know what that shows me? That they loved each other. That they went out and so one business member went to the next business member and said, yo, homie, you all right? What was going on? You see they looting and polluting. What we gonna do in our community to stop this? What are we gonna do in my community to stop this? That's what the thing is. Now, Big Just, I'm glad you said that. Big Just Music, I'm glad you joined in, and I'm glad you said what you said. Salutations to my Spanish people that happen to know what I'm saying is 100% facts, right? Big J, if you're going to be completely honest, if you're going to speak, you got to be speaking in facts here, because I'm steeped on facts, and I hold everybody accountable, right? Yeah, on Dyckman, we don't play that. I hear that. That's solid. That's solid as a motherfucker. You shouldn't, because those are mom and pop stores. Why would you want somebody coming up there doing that? But let me tell you something, Jay. Let me tell you something. Black man to Latin brother. Let me explain something to you. You know, as well as I know, that there's a lot of racist Latin people. You know that. And if you're going to be 100% honest, you will admit to that. There's wild racist. In fact, I'm going to go as far as to say this. When I was a kid, my first experience of overt racism was not from a white person. Of course, my first experience with racism was subtle racism, due to systemic racism. But my first experience of someone telling me, yo, you can't come in here because you're black, was from a Spanish person. So when I'm speaking in facts. I'm not speaking in some shit in conjecture, something that I'm just making up right now. So Jay, I see you saying, yo, we don't stand for that. And I'm going to assume that you are a leader in your community as I'm a leader in my community. That you may be able to speak to your peoples. Root out those amongst you who are using that banner of we not tolerating that shit up here. We not tolerating that shit up here as a way to be further racist. Now see, I appreciate you for that. He said, there is family I don't speak to because I get called the Moreno lover. Now I said that on a post earlier, right? Moreno means black in Spanish, but the way that they say it is a derogatory term. It's equivalent to white person saying nigger, not nigga with an A, nigger. And I don't want y'all to be fooled by that, because what made me get on this topic was I see somebody who lives up in that community, a black man who lives in that community. I see them saying something like, yo, yeah, we up here in the heights, my nigga, and yo, I'm a black Moreno, and niggas ain't gonna be nothing. Homie, they have brainwashed you so fucking much that you have accepted them calling you black Moreno. And now you're calling yourself that. Because when something happens, first thing that goes out is Moreno this, Moreno that, Moreno this, Moreno that. And I'm speaking again. I don't know it all. And neither am I. I don't have to make excuses for me being pro-black, nor do you have to make excuses for you being pro-Latin. But what I'm not gonna do is mislead my people and start saying, because I feel y'all. But what I want to say is, you have to root out those. Don't let those racist minds amongst y'all destroy the message that y'all trying to send. Like y'all see how y'all saying, don't let the looters distort the protesters, the peaceful protesters. Don't let them do that. Don't let the rioters do that. It's the same way. Don't let racist Spanish people, Latin people Don't let them take away from what y'all doing, which is community activism. That's what y'all doing. That's community activism. I have nothing wrong with that. I have nothing against that. You're supposed to protect your community. That's what you built. That's what it's built on. But let me tell you something. Of course we was raised together. And again, I know everybody's not like that. But as the same narrative is saying, all cops ain't bad cops. Where are the good cops when the bad cops are doing these things? So that means if there's good cops and they haven't said anything, you have just crossed the line into bad cop. That's it. There's no middle ground between it. But see, let me tell you something. Again, this is not their fault. And I'm glad Ishmael said that. Spanish is a language. Latin is a culture. But Spanish is a language, right? Let me explain something to y'all. Whitey has done such a crazy job on us that the first thing they took from us was our language and our music. Why? Because they took a way for us to communicate with each other where they wouldn't know what we're saying. You understand? And that's what Latin people have in common. They have that language that draws them together no matter what. I've seen black, dark-skinned Spanish people come somewhere, nobody knows they're Spanish. And to the moment, no one knows that they're Latin. But the moment they speak Spanish, they're in the fold. They are in the fold the moment they do that. We don't have that as black people. So what we have to do is form up a common bond of, are you okay, brother? That's it. It's as simple as that. Yo, are you okay? Let's form up that. That's our language. Let's start checking on each other, on our mental health.
I was thinking it's either these 50.
I'm not going to say fuck Dyckman as a whole, but I'm going to say this. We're not standing from racism from nobody. Again, we're not standing from racism for nobody because the same way motherfuckers is up in the Heights saying, yo, you not coming up here. Nigga, the Heights is so small, you will be boxed and quarantined into that neighborhood if certain people push that button. But we not trying to go there. Niggas just gotta wake up and understand that this is what the higher ups would love this. Okay, that takes away from they got a race war going on over here. Look what's going on in Chicago. Look at it. If y'all don't know, let me tell y'all. There's a race war currently thriving in Chicago right now. Right now is a race war going on in Chicago on some Spanish and black shit, but that's not my issue. I'm stuck in New York. I'm gonna talk about what's going on here, what I know about, because I don't know enough about that issue for me to expound on it. I'm not gonna do that. But what I want to say is, racism will not be accepted. G. DeLeon, tell me exactly. In fact, let's get you up here. Because listen, I'm trying to gain some understanding. And I want to get people up here who can speak. But if you're not intelligent, if you can't eloquently, you're going to let your emotions take over and just cut you off. That goes for anybody that I pull up. I'm down for open dialogue. If you don't agree with it, I want to know why you don't agree with my message. What is it that I'm saying that you don't agree with? I would love to know. Come on, DeLeon, let's tell it. I don't want you just to type it. Some shit get lost in typing. I want you to get up here and say what you got to say. If you don't agree with it, tell me what you don't agree with. All I need is people to that's all it is. You're not my enemy. You're not my enemy. I want to just hear why you don't agree with what I'm saying. Okay, it doesn't look like G. DeLeon is trying to come up, so that's it. I invited him up. Any of my Latin brothers for sure right now would love to hear, especially if y'all could ask somebody. Ask that nigga, go at that nigga DeMayo or whatever the fuck his name is, the nigga from up there in the Heights that's running the Heights. Go at him, somebody at him, and tell him come in my live and we can discuss these things. Because he's a representative for the Latin community up there. I'm a big representative in my community. I can rally troops. And if nigga want to talk to me about whatever, we can discuss it. But we definitely not going to, I'm not going to sit. I'm not going to say we. I'm not going to sit for no racism. Period. From nobody. I don't know his name, Adam. Somebody Adam. I know his streets. I'm talking street shit. All you got to do is add the nigga. And it ain't on no aggressive way and weirdo shit. I'm just talking on the real facts. I want to hear this shit. I want to hear what do y'all really think is going on? Like, yes, again, I agree. I agree with what Dyckman did. Yeah, they should stand up on their hood, but don't use that as no umbrella to be racist to black people, man. Don't use that as no umbrella to be racist to no black people, man. Please don't, man. Because what y'all forget is y'all black too. I forgot to add that in there. Y'all black. Look up what makes a Dominican. Look it up. So I'm not going to say, maybe I just don't know it. Oh, Waterboy, let me get you up there. Okay, great. Great, let me get you up here. Water. He organized it. We got one of the organizers of the Dyckman Revolt.
Shooter, what up?
What's good?
Chilling, man. Everything good, bro. I just tapped in.
You said you was one of the organizers of the stand down up there.
See, the thing what happened, right?
Turn your thing up. I can't hear you. You gotta get loud. You gotta get a little louder.
All right. The thing that happened was yesterday, right? We was trending on Twitter where they were saying that they was gonna
hold on 1 second. Hold on. Let me go ahead. What you said?
So yesterday morning we was trending on Twitter, right? They were saying that they was gonna come and break into the stores on 149th and 3rd, and they was gonna come to Dyckman after that, right? So being a couple of OGs, you know me, bro. You know I'm old school, bro. You know I'm from the streets, bro. So me and a couple of OGs from the hood, we got together, and you know we came together and was like, yo, we just not gonna let that happen because at the end of the day, you know how that goes, Shooter.
Right, 100%. You supposed listen again. Y'all didn't do nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
nothing wrong with that.
The situation happened where it was like a group of kids walking by. You know, somebody said something to them, they said something back, but it was the little niggas. At that point in time, them niggas is down the block. They not in the group.
Right.
By the time they got, you know, so they exchanging words. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
One person start running. You know how that go. Everybody else is following suit because nobody knows what's going on at the moment. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it's like them kids was copping on my block. I know these kids. The same kids that got chased. It was copping on my block. So I know them, you know what I'm saying? Right. We already spoke to them. They're gonna come through later and all that, you know, because at the end of the day it was a misunderstanding. Because it was like, you know how it is, Shooter, you got little niggas that's hotheads. They don't listen. So
but that's what I'm now, Water, that's exactly my point, right? Not to cut you off. Where I stand at with it is this. As a Latin man in Washington Heights, now I know you know me.
Yeah.
Right? We know that I'm not going to make a broad sweeping statement and say that all Latin people are racist. But we know that amongst that crowd, there are a big number of people who are. Now, what I'm saying, and as well, and you know, there's a big number of people that are, right? But as well, you have to, as leaders, as see where you say, yo, I'm an OG up here. We spoke to fellow OGs up here, fellow business owners, and we decided that we're going to band together and not allow this to happen. That's fine and dandy. But what y'all have to do as well is, see, because once you start policing yourself, you really have to police yourself. Which is, now you got to find those people in the crowd that's looking just to use this as an umbrella to be recruited. Yo, keep them niggas out of here. Yo, ain't no niggas coming up here. Da-da-da-da-da. So that's where the responsibility, as you said, I organized this thing. So then you have to organize in the way that it's handled. Because guess what? When it don't go the right way, we're all online. I'll be like, yo, well, Water was one of the people who told me he was an organizer of this thing. You understand? So now I'm looking for Water. I'm saying, yo, and I'm not saying personally you and me. I'm saying as a black person to a Latin man outside looking in, now I'm looking for Water because Water just told me that he's an organizer of this thing. So Water should have this thing under control. If he doesn't have it under control, then I will have to find a way as a black man for my people to get it under control.
Facts.
And that's all I'm saying. So before we let this thing turn into some racist shit, which would benefit no one. It would benefit none of us for sure.
At all.
Gotta get a grip on things up there.
Nah, yeah, bro.
Gotta grip with it. And again, I'm a community leader within my community. Niggas know what it is with me. I command a lot of people. I can easily be like, ha ha ha, right?
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's people up there who's the same way. If they want to get them in touch with me and say, yo, go speak to the homie, because we don't want this to turn into something else when this wasn't the issue. The issue is brutality. The issue is social injustice.
Yeah, because the thing is,
that's the issue.
It's like I was telling somebody. It was like I was telling somebody earlier, right? I was in Brooklyn on Sunday, bro, in front of the Barclays Center. You feel me? Monday night, I was in Soho in the protest. You feel me? Monday night, 4:30 in the morning, Tuesday morning, I was in the Bronx watching niggas loot everything.
Right.
So it's like now y'all just taking it. Now y'all just taking like certain groups is taking the protest
100%, and that's what I'm saying. That's what I said.
Going off to loot for no reason. Cause I seen dudes looting a halal truck. What you get by stealing food from a halal truck, bro? Like y'all bugging out.
Now I agree. Now look, that's the thing. On the same way I'm telling you.
Understandable, and them kids is gonna.
We have to, as black people, when I say we,
them kids is gonna get a public apology. It's
well.
not even a public apology. We know them kids. It's just the way they was moving. They know what
right.
they did. And pretty sure later on when we link up with them, we're gonna do a live and everything because they know what they did. They know they was moving funny. You feel me? But at the end of the day, we know those kids. It wasn't even that type of thing. But it's like the young niggas that was there. Yeah, they hotheads. We spoke to them. We barked on them. Right after that, we did an Instagram live where my man Mikey was talking to them like, yo, y'all bugging out like it. It's not that type of time. Like, we just here to make sure nothing happens. It's not about, oh, niggas can't come. Bro, I see 2, 3. Bro, I've been out here all night. And in the past 2 hours, I done served 150 black dudes, bro. Like, you know.
Of course. You know, listen, we already know one incident ain't gonna stop no niggas from coming up there doing whatever they was doing up there prior to all of this happening. All I'm saying is, as community leaders, older people within the community, we have to make sure that these youngins know. Because let me tell you something, and I'm glad that came up because now I bring a valid point, right? Now, the people who are doing the looting and rioting are young kids. I don't think that there's nobody in their latter 30s, 40 years old running around rioting. I mean, busting in stores and all of this crazy shit. You know, that's the youth doing that. It's up for us now. To speak to them and say, look, okay, now the time for that is done. We got the attention of the world because that's what it did. Is when people saw shit like that happen, people wondering, yo, why they burning shit down? Why they looting? Of course you're going to have people in the crowd of looters and rioters that's looking for personal gain. Yo, I'm here just to steal. They're going to use this man's thing as reason to steal. Cool, but we must harness that energy and use it. As the older people, we must use that energy to flip it back on the system. Because, yo, them young people, we can't be mad at them. We can't be running around shunning them. They angry too. Motherfuckers is angry. You gotta send a message to these people, even if it means burning down everything. That's just the way it is. A message gotta be sent. And now we have their attention. Now it's time for the educated, the thinkers, the strategists to come out and say, yo, now this is the next level of this shit. The looting is stopping because that's gonna turn into some other shit. And it's taken away, but we got the attention already now. Now we got the world's attention. People all over the world are protesting and rioting and all of that. People all over the world. So what I'm saying is, niggas just gotta make sure that the message don't get lost. Don't get lost, because I love what y'all did. That's what people should do in every community. They should stand on their, yo, hold on. These are mom and pop shops. These people in this community, we not letting you burn this shit down, period. Y'all should do that. But don't allow the racists within that group to start controlling the crowd. Like, yo, get them niggas out of here. Yo, what them niggas? Yo, y'all not from up here. And then water. It's not so much about what they say, about what they're doing, is how they're saying it. Yo, we on demon time up here. Nah, my nigga. What do you mean you on demon? Nah, you not on demon time. You are protecting your community. The moment you turn it into saying we're on demon time, it's turning into some gangster shit. Now we turning it into some other shit. That was not about protecting the hood. The hood is about niggas being on demon time. So it's about how niggas word it. Niggas got to be real careful with their words because words start wars. And wars only end with more words. So we can avoid an unnecessary problem by watching what motherfuckers say and how they say it. It's the message is good. I love what y'all did. Protect y'all community. But by no means think that niggas are going to be running niggas out of the hood. And because no, that's not happening. That's not happening. So, again, I'm glad you came up here, Water, because people need understanding. And just when you go live later on, and let me know so I can tune in, man.
Yeah, facts. I'll send you
the to see what's going on because I'm still 100%. I appreciate you, my brother.
Yeah, them kids is coming up here later on. Yeah, you're ready, bro. Them kids is coming. Once them kids come up, I'm gonna go live with them, and I'll send you the link so you can link up. But
all right, say less. Yeah, appreciate you. And that's how it gotta go. Niggas gotta speak to niggas. Because let me tell you something, man. Nobody wins if we're at war with each other. We're in the same fucking environment. We all broke, we all fucked up. One may have a car, one may not. But we all fucked up. One may have a good apartment, one may live in the projects. But we all fucked up. So let's stick together. Let's not lose what started as, what started as community protests to injustices in society and turn it into some racist shit. Yes, 100%. Again, Busy. I said earlier, right? Look, I said earlier, it's not about, I'm not mad at nobody else. I'm not mad at nobody else, yo. I'm not mad at anyone else about them protecting their community. I'm not mad at any of that. I'm not mad at any of that. But what I'm saying is, what I'm mad at is how we handle ourselves. Why don't we handle ours? Because let me tell you something. Somebody sent me the video, the original. I never knew. All that I never knew what was the reason why George Floyd was why they confronted him in the first place. And maybe some of y'all may not know, but I'm going to tell y'all right now what happened. He went into a store. He had a counterfeit $20 bill, allegedly. He brought a pack of cigarettes. They gave him his change. He walked out the store. He goes get in his car across the street. The two gentlemen from the store, who I would have to say look a little bit Middle Eastern, the Arabic stores in our community, come outside and they confronted him. That money you passed us was fake. Give me the cigarettes back. Yo, homie, get on out of here, man. Y'all niggas is bugging out. Y'all gave me the money. Get on out of here, man. He leaves out. They leave out and they get on the phone and they call the police. But they call the police and they say, this man passed us a counterfeit bill and he seems to be a little bit drunk. He seems to be very drunk. He seems to be very drunk and out of his sorts. So we need y'all to come. Now, stop right there. Pause that for a second. Pause that for 1 second. We wouldn't have these problems if within our communities, we owned the store. If we owned the store, that type of thing wouldn't happen. Imagine this. Imagine this right here, right? Imagine this. My mom's own a deli. George walks in. He purchases a pack of cigarettes. Hands my mom's a fake $20 bill. My mom realizes that it's a fake $20 bill, but only after she's already made the sale. She decides to go outside and talk to old Georgie boy. Yo, George, man. George, man, what are you doing, man? You hand me this fake 20. Look, George, take this $20 bill back. Keep the cigarettes. When you get the money, bring me back my money for the cigarettes. And it is there. Do you know why? Because it goes back to that bond that I said that we must have amongst black people. It goes back to that. Man. to that. It would have been simple as that. It wouldn't have been no police called. It wouldn't have been no claim that he was drunk and belligerent. It wouldn't have been any of that. Why? Because we own the store in our community. We understand what's going on. We know Cheryl down the block. We know Malcolm. We know Jamal. We know Esther. We know everybody. We know them all. We're all in tune with each other. There's a supreme amount of love amongst us. There's a common bond. And that's where it got to start. I keep on telling y'all, start there. Go outside today and ask the nigga, is he all right? Yo, you all right, homie? As a black man, just ask him, yo, homie, you all right? You good, man? Because I'm not good. There's a lot of shit going on right here. I just want to make sure we all right. So let's start there. Again, that's the first thing we got to start with. Own the shit on our credit. Own the shit in our stores, in our community. Own these delis, own these grocery stores, own these Chinese stops, own these motherfucking cleaners. In the black community is the only place you can go and find everything but a black store. I've lived in every borough. I've never seen a black grocery store. I've never saw it in my. I've never witnessed it. In a black community, we don't serve each other the food. How are we letting people in control of our food? How? So at any given time, they want to starve us out. They stop our revolution quick. Yo, you know what? It's like when they used to go to war back in the days. A nigga show up at the castle, right? Niggas show up to a castle, and they want to siege the castle. They want to take over the castle. But that castle was smart. You know what they did? They built up big walls. And they said, nobody is going to get inside our walls. They can stay out there, and they can try as they may. So then you know what the people who came to conquer those villages came and did? You know what they said? You know what they said? They said, yo, you know what? We don't have to conquer your walls. All we got to do is conquer your food. You can't come out either because we're out here. To come out, it would mean to fight. So you would have to come from behind your wall to fight, right? Okay then. So they'll starve you out. That's the same thing with our community. We're in a castle. We start talking like, yo, they can't come in the hood. We gonna protect the hood. We gonna do this. But motherfucker, you gotta come out the hood to eat too. You gotta come out to get the food. The food is coming into the hood. Unless some of you niggas got farms in the back of your houses that in the back of your buildings that I don't know about. Unless you're growing Brussels sprouts and cauliflower and everything that grows from the ground out of the concrete. So again, let's start owning some shit. Let's start owning some shit, man. Own our communities, man. Again, go out today and ask a black man, are you all right? And if anybody was recording this live, you take that part and you retag that. Go ask each other, are you okay, man? Form that bond, because you can't fight for somebody that you don't love. And even if you do, you won't fight with vigor. You won't fight with energy. You have to love your brother. You have to love your sister. You have to love your neighbor. Love them. And then you'll fight for them with everything you have in you. And with that, I'm going, y'all. Solid as always. Solid, not salad. Stand on it. Black people love each other. Stop playing so much. Stop all the joking and keying and get to it. Let's start owning some shit.